Hey YouTube, it's your mix slash JYT, whatever you want to call me. Today I'm about to give y'all some BandLab tips. We're gonna go ahead and get straight into it. I'm not even gonna waste y'all time, man. And tip number one, we're gonna go ahead and start with headphone users. If you're using headphones, make sure your input gain is low. Do not go in rapping with no high input gain. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, let me go ahead and show y'all. Alright, you're gonna use this song today, for example. You wanna make sure this is low when you're recording. You don't wanna have that high. If you have that high, I mean shit, you're gonna sound crazy, you're gonna sound bizarre. Make sure you can hear yourself when it's low too, so you can know that you're gonna hear yourself when it's high. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be able to mix it way more, because when you're mixing and you're changing that, you putting that preset on, you notice it gets lower, right? So make sure you know what you're doing when it comes to that recording. So try to lower your input gain. Make sure the volume on your phone is at least 3 clicks down. And when you're using BandLab, try not to move so much with the headphones and the thing. Make sure you always got it at a consistent distance. Now, for the next tip, I'm gonna change that, but for right now, make sure you got it at a consistent distance. Try to make sure you're speaking fluent, you're using your voice, your emotions. Make sure we can hear everything. You know what I'm saying? Don't come over here trying to mumble and stuff with a low input gain and a low. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you can hear it around minus 30 dB, 25, 17. If you can hear it pretty clear and you're rapping loud enough, you can hear it, especially without the beat. Now, if you turn the beat on negative 30, you might not hear it. So make sure the beat's off. Tip number 2, we're gonna go with layering. Make sure you start off with multiple tracks. As you see here, I got about like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 8 tracks ready to rap. You know what I'm saying? When I started off, I had 8. So I kind of assumed I was gonna need it this much. So when you're making ad libs, when you're making second verses, when you're trying to change the mix, when you're trying to layer stuff, you're gonna see. But try to make sure you got multiple records ready too. Make sure they're ready. They're not just sitting there, because I like to be ready, you know what I'm saying? Like these implies like you're cooking or something. So make sure you're ready. Now if you're gonna layer, make sure you rap that first line out. Make sure you do it fluent and good. You got it how you want it. You done. You know what I'm saying? Once you done with that first one, go to that second one. You can layer. So with this one, I layered both of these tracks at the same time with one. I usually don't do that. This is an older song. So what I did, let's go ahead and show you an example. Okay, with layering, you want to make sure you got multiple tracks, like I said. So when you go ahead and record your first track, I'm gonna show y'all right quick. I got it at around like already negative 17 something. I'm pretty sure, yeah, 18. All right, so I'm going to mute these so I can show y'all. Boom, 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 bop, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? All right, so when you play a song, I only got one audio on there. And what I did with this, see, another thing with layering, another tip, you can pan. Panning is very great. So you got the left, right. Usually what I do, I'll go in, if I want to make something sound proud and loud without actually doubling the voice, I would just go rap it on the left side and then go rap it on the right. Now that's a little tip I do on my own. I don't know if people really recommend doing that. I'm not really worried about other people, but for my own tip, I can put y'all on that. Just record left pan, record right pan, put it together. Just trust. For Apple earbud users, that's gonna be amazing. It's gonna make you sound amazing sometimes, depending on the song, depending on how you come, depending on how you rap. It's gonna sound amazing. So when you're layering, you don't always have to pan it, but it's good. I like panning it. So as you see, I pan this one to the left, so you hear my voice at the left. So when I made this second part, you're gonna hear it. Feel like these niggas really be coming for me. I'm pushing 160 in the SRT. Pull up with my crew cause I don't show white. As you hear, the voice is stacking over the other one, but trust, there's a difference. If I played one of those alone, hold on, see. These niggas really be coming for me. I'm pushing 160 in the SRT. Pull up with my crew cause I don't show ID. What the fuck you think you do? When you layer, it adds more depth, in my opinion. You take that main vocal, you throw something under it, throw something over it. I don't know. I'm not too professional on it, but I can tell you layering is a good part in BandLab. If what I'm saying doesn't get to you good enough, keep searching, because layering is really good. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get you there. Trust. Now, when you're layering, you don't have to just layer 2. You can layer up to 6, 7. It don't matter. If you want that vocal, if you want that togetherness, that team voice with just your voice, you can do that. That's why I take that left pan, that right pan. And remember the first tip I gave you about Apple earbuds, always keep it at a certain distance. Do not move, do not shatter, do not mess up the way you rapping just because you got it at a different distance. Try to experiment. Usually when you're further, you sound further. Usually when you're closer, you sound louder. You know, it's just simple. So when you're layering, you can always move it around. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to be in the same exact spot because you're layering. You're trying to change the way it sounds a little bit while putting it onto another one. Trust, it's gonna sound amazing. Now, what I did with this one, I layered pretty good.
Feel like these niggas really be coming for me. I'm pushing 160 in the SRT. Pull up with my crew cause I don't show ID. What the fuck you think you doing trying to hold on me? All my niggas down, really down for me.
And as you hear that background coming out from that left, I layered that too. I mean, shit. It can sound completely different, but what I did was I took that mic and I pushed it further back. I made sure that what I was saying was coming through on the other side. I was trying to make it sound like, you know, multi-connected. I don't know how to put it. I'm like, you know, I'm a nigga. All right, but look, that's besides the point. Make sure. Okay, let's recap this real quick. Tip number 1: lower volume on your phone, at least 3 to 4 clicks, not 2. Lower the gain when you're rapping, as in this bar right here, same as phone. You should be able to hear yourself around -30 without the beat. You should be able to hear yourself at -17 with the beat when you're rapping. Just make sure you're speaking fluent, loud. Don't be mumbling. Tip number 2, we're gonna recap on that real quick. Make multiple tracks. Be ready when you're layering. It don't gotta be a specific way. You can make it your own way. Experiment. Tip number 3: the environment you're in can really change the way you sound. If you're in an open environment, it's gonna sound like you got basic natural reverb. I'm not gonna lie, like a garage, for example, or you can go use a hallway or something, anywhere your voice echoes. Now, for more sustainable rap, you really want to use a more closed area, more carpet area, more soundproof area, because sometimes people make different music with their reverb on. You know, you don't gotta be specific with it. You don't gotta force yourself to do anything. Now, what I do, I rap in a garage. I don't care. I rap in the garage. Yeah, you hear me? I get that reverb, that basic reverb, and still throw reverb on it. I don't care. That's how I rap. That's how I do it. Now, it sounds good to me, but everybody different. So I don't know if you're gonna experience the same experience as me, but try to make sure you really focus on where you at when you rapping. Like, and I'm gonna keep saying this: put emphasis in your rap. Do not just start rapping reading off something. Nah, you gotta rap like you talking to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, rap like you really depend on, like, you gotta pay the rent tomorrow. You feel me? Rap like that. But when it comes down to tip number 3, really, it's just be you, man. Just don't imitate other people. That's all I got to say. When you're recording, be you, and you won't know your style until you make about 100 songs, 800 songs. You know what I'm saying? So that's another tip I can give you for your style. You know what I'm saying? Make around like 100 songs this year. If you can't do that, make 50. You don't gotta force yourself. Just make time for it, man. If you really care about this. So that's tip number 3. We're gonna go ahead and end it off tip number 3 because I got way more tips for y'all, man. I got way more, so I need y'all to comment, like, and sub, man. Comment, like, and sub. Let me know what y'all need. Next video is probably gonna be about mixing, complete mixing. You know what I'm saying? Today, recording tips, 3 tips on recording. So that's all I have for y'all today, man. SHMKX Mix JYT out. Had to get straight to the point. Catch my dribble.